What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the TEEJCAST. We're here with Bumbly.
Hi.
How's it going, Bumbly?
It's going good. That's a lie, but
Yeah. Hey, only tell the truth.
okay.
No, I'm just kidding. You're allowed to lie on this podcast.
Okay.
Lies are totally accepted.
So yeah, it's going great.
Nice, there you go. Off to a good start.
Yeah.
What you been up to? I know you've been hitting the trains hard because it is the holiday season right now.
Yes. So as you guys know, I'm known for my Subway performing. I'm a Subway singer, and I've been doing Christmas carols on the Subway because I feel like people need a sense of cheer right now, and I want to like lift spirits, and they deserve, a beautiful Christmas, and I have a beautiful gift, so I'm here to share it for Christmas.
Yeah, now's the time to do it. Now's the time where buskers be going hard. And
Yes, getting
I
that
think,
Christmas tips.
yeah, they get the most out of it, but also the audience gets the most out of it. It's what they want,
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Anybody cry on the trains yet?
Actually, yes. Yes.
Wow.
I had to have, yeah.
What song were you singing?
I think it was, what was he singing? Give me a second, because I don't remember. I think it was, A Holy Night.
Nice. Yeah, you showed us
Yeah.
your version of that. It was beautiful.
Someone was crying. You make me cry right now. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But, yeah.
Yeah, I loved, there was a time where I was performing the trains a bunch, and that's basically where I first met you.
Yeah.
Through Bess and, our friend who's a Subway performer and now a Subway conductor, I've heard.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a dope community of, like, people. Like, are there any artists that you see nowadays, like, regularly on the trains?
No, it's kind of lonely.
Yeah?
I only see me. Yeah.
Wow, because there's a time where it was, like, I would see Bess, Cafele, a couple other singers.
I don't know. I think they're, like, up to other things.
Wow.
I haven't seen anyone.
You're holding it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
How long have you been doing it now?
I think it's like 8 years now or 6. I don't know, 6 or 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Do you feel like it's a good practice for you in terms of performing, or what ways do you think busking benefits you as an artist in general?
Well, yes. I see it as practice for the most part. I see it as an opportunity to promote myself, to thousands of people every day, and sing from my heart. And I do it for the people. I just want people to be blown away and to see something spectacular that they've never seen. Maybe see themselves, because some people are like singers on the low, and they're like, wow, they see me and they're like, okay, they're inspired to like follow their dream.
Yeah.
Things like that. I like to inspire folks because you've heard me sing. Like, it's otherworldly, So, yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, busking was so different than, like, a performance when I was doing it. Than, like, because it's such at least how I was doing. I don't know if you're still doing, like, the trains. You are, where it's, like, a couple stops, right? So you're doing a quick performance of, like, 3 to 5 minutes, right? Maybe that's 1 or 2 songs. And then you're on to a totally new group of people, right? Which is so different for, like, most performances aren't like that, You're with one audience for at least 5-10 minutes, and then it's over, and then, that's the end of us seeing an audience, that's the end of them seeing us. It's kind of like performance done. But on the trains, it's like 5 minutes, whoever's there, 5 minutes, whoever there. So you could be seeing, like, thousands of people within, like, one day of busking, but for such a short time period.
No, I calculated it before, and I've sung for like at least 20 million people.
Yeah.
On New York.
Right?
Like, it's crazy. And like, those people know me because of my hustle, because I don't have like any like big debut album just yet or anything. So it's been very raw, the experience.
Yeah. Nice. Another thing I found when I was busking is that I would never like it was so rare to run into somebody I knew, or even just in general. And you would think like you're hitting the same train line like 100 times in New York, like you would run into people, but I'd be like, no, I played for completely brand new people this time. And it's like interesting. Did you ever like run into anyone, like a family
I
member
run
or
into my
friend?
family, my friends every day. I run into somebody.
Wow.
Yeah. It's nice.
That's interesting. I felt like I never ran into people. And I know people who are like, I'm like, they're probably taking the train. Somebody I know has to be on the trains at this time, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. No, I think it's better that way, because then you're getting exposed to a new group.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like people had never heard of you before. And do you find often people like outside of being on the trains recognize you for busking?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's I make sure that like, you know, I say hi to everyone. You know, if I notice they're like looking at me a lot, I'm like, oh yeah, they know me. You know? So yeah.
Oh. Like if they're like looking at you more than normal, they probably seen you from the train.
Yeah. And sometimes they'll tell me, they'll be like, oh, you're amazing. You sound so nice. You have a beautiful voice. I'm like, thank you.
Nice. That's awesome. So what are some of your earliest like inspirations that made you want to sing or be an artist in general?
Oh my God. Honestly, it was like a mix between Britney Spears and Selena. Like, I liked Britney Spears because she was doing music in English, and it was like pop. And I used to sing her songs a lot. And then Selena, I would like listen to her cassette tapes at night. And like a little girl, like, you know, and then she died. And it was so devastating. But I kept her vision and her dream alive, like through my music. You know, I have her to thank for everything, honestly, because her confidence on stage, most importantly, and like her family support. It was just a beautiful thing, and it kind of inspired me to say, you know what, I'm gonna follow her footsteps. Yeah.
Wow, were you the kid that was like always performing for the family?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would play. We had a game called American Idol.
Yeah.
And like my friends, like we'd all play.
The video game.
No, it was like more like we'd be in a building, and like I'd be like on the top floor singing, and my friends would be on the bottom floor like, you're going to Hollywood, you know? And then eventually I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you were playing American Idol.
I was pretending that I was on American Idol, and then I ended up being on American Idol.
Nice. How long? Wait, that was 2016, right? In American Idol?
2019.
2019.
Yeah.
More sooner than recently than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
How was that experience for you? We can talk about that.
Well, it was before COVID.
Yeah,
so
right before COVID. Wow.
I was like a baby. Like mentally, I was a baby. Like I was 27 at the time. And it is 10:27 o'clock. But yeah, I was a baby. And I didn't even know like I had the talent that I had. I just thought I was a good singer, a good performer, you know. And then when I got on the show, I was able to sing. I noticed they were giving me a lot of like gospel music kind of in a way. Like I got to sing God is a Woman, and I got to sing Angel with Shaggy. So I was like, okay, they're kind of like using me for that. And then I look back at the videos and I hear how I sound. And when I sang certain notes, it just sounded so angelic. And I was like, wow, like I had no idea that I sounded that angelic before. I had no idea. And then, so it was a beautiful experience, like to be able to finally like see, wow, like I have something special, you know what I'm saying? Like every singer is gonna sound angelic, but I didn't know that like the power that it had, you know, to reach so many people and to take me all the way to Hollywood. Like I had no idea. Even Hawaii, like I got to go to Hawaii. Like I had no idea that my voice could carry me all the way over there, but it did. But yeah, you know how that feels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were your like goals at the time, you feel like, when you were getting on American Idol? Like what did you think were the next steps? Like this is going to lead to like what ideally?
I knew I wasn't going to win. because I just feel like they always have a winner. And I don't want to get too controversial. I don't know. I don't want to get too like.
I mean, I've heard they have like a lot of scripts and that they pre-plan everything.
Yeah, it's a show.
Yeah, you weren't there the year that Khalil was on it, right? Khalil Middleton.
No.
Like someone I went to high school with that he was on. I think it was American Idol, but it might have been the next year.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, the goal, I just knew, like, I had confidence and I knew I was gonna make it to the next round every time.
Yeah.
I was like,
not
they're gonna
Khalil,
pick me,
Kasim, sorry.
Kasim.
He might have been the year before. But he was telling me how it's just very scripted and how they gave him like a love interest and they kind of were saying, oh, you got to get mad at this person for that. Yeah, like they were asking things about his fan. Well, I don't know if that, but he said they made it more like a drama thing than he wanted. He was like just wanted to focus on the music, and that's kind of what I always thought about American Idol too. It's like not as much about the music than it is like the story and the personality, which is really important too, but it's like the talent isn't like everything.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember they milked like the Subway singing and asked you questions about it.
And like they asked me a lot about my family and stuff like that. And they know that everyone is there doing this for their family. So it's like when they asked about that, like it would really like trigger emotions in me that made me cry, and they just like manipulated all of that, like all of those emotions, and they started making it seem like I was crying to be where I was at in the and they at one point they even asked like, oh, do you think that you're gonna make it to the next level because of your voice or your personality? And I was like, oh, well, thank you for that, but I'm here to sing. Like, I just started getting so offended with the questions. Because it's just like all of a sudden, like they were like, oh, what are you gonna do if your performances comes out bad? And I'm like, like in my head, I'm like, bro, like y'all don't know who y'all dealing with. Like I'm a whole professional, bro. I could sing like with one lung. Like just give me the mic. It was just crazy. But yeah.
Wow. And then how do you feel like life was, after being on American Idol? And then getting back on the trains and performing and doing your New York artist thing. What was that adjustment period like?
It was rough because all of a sudden, like, at first, I started going to Miami a lot. I went to Miami like 5 times because I became best friends with someone on the show that lived in Miami. Her name is Raquel Trinidad. If you guys want to look out for an amazing singer. She has a Christmas album out. She actually like later on went onto The Voice, and she was on Team Ariana Grande, and now she's best friends with Ariana Grande. Nice. She gets her like promo all the time. She's getting free stuff from Ariana Grande. Like what? My best friend. Like what? But yeah, so I was doing that, and like I wrote a song with her out there, and then we did a music video and we put it out. But I was in an abusive relationship at the time, and that kind of held me back from promoting myself further. And I was also like staying with that person, and shit got really dark. But eventually, like, I left that situation, and then COVID happened, and I was like COVID for me was like a lot of healing. It was ugly. It was ugly for me emotionally. So I was dealing with that like right after at the time on the show. So it was like coming from this beautiful moment to just tragedy. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, and then like during that time, I just like my escape was songwriting, and so I wrote an EP. Pink Honeymoon.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember just being in the projects writing that EP. You are love. 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 never take me away from her desire to finally be with you. Nothing in this world compares to the love we share. So true. And every test is a way to prove.
Way to prove in the mood, in my truth, win or lose, I'ma do what I can, be a man, understand the path I've been on, had to earn, lessons learned, bridges burned, twists and turns, had my world upside down, now I move with intent and direction, every step in ascension, hold you with my protection, every thought in my head, it's singing of you is angelic, take my time, I'ma let it grow and evolve, cause I know you are love.
Nice. Were you writing much like before American Idol, or was this period when you really started writing?
Yeah, it was like after Idol that I started really, really diving into my songwriting. I wasn't always a songwriter. I was more of a singer. So I started writing the EP with Bangstara, a producer from LA, and we started. So he invited me to Universal Music, and I went to the office, and that's where I met him, and we wrote our first song there. And then from that day, I realized I have a gift, like for like hearing beats and writing to them, and I was like, okay, I could find the missing words. And then I started exploring that more. But yeah, it's always been like an escape to me, and like my music saved my life, honestly.
Nice.
Yeah.
How was it like just when you first got into writing, like finding your process? Was it just like, you said something that I kind of relate to is like finding what the words are. It's like the words are already kind of written to the song. I just gotta channel them, like make them come to reality.
It's like, it just the inspiration is always like from the divine for me. Like divine inspiration, like God, it's like I hear the melody and I hear the emotions through the instrumentation, and then all of a sudden there's like a story, and so I find the words for it. I used to do that actually because, so when I first went into school, I didn't know English because my mom spoke to me in just Spanish. So I always wanted to read because I was like, yo, as soon as I learn how to read, I'm going to be the richest person ever. Like, words are going to make me rich. I told myself that, like, since I've been a little girl. And then I took these, like, storybooks and I couldn't read them. So I would give them stories. And now I do that with beats.
Yeah. So, like, the beat is, like, the book.
Yeah.
And you give the story to it. Nice. Did you ever write much? Like, write original stories or anything? Poems?
I like to read a lot, but never like write any story. I used to write a lot of poems, yeah.
Nice.
Here and there. In college. I did college first, then Idol.
Yeah?
Then, yeah.
What'd you do? What'd you study in college?
So a lot of philosophy classes, theater classes. I took liberal arts, so I could like study everything. And yeah, like a lot of English. So everything like artistic.
That's cool. Oh, I wanted to ask, are you classically trained or are you 100% self-taught?
Self-taught.
Yeah, totally self-taught? Nice. My friend John was here and I thought he went to college too, and I thought he studied music.
I was teaching them stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Totally self-taught.
Yeah.
I feel like I work with a lot of people who are self-taught, even though, I mean, I'm self-taught, but I also went to school for it, you know? Like, I was learning rock songs on my own and writing songs on my own, but then also learning school stuff, you know? So it's like I have both sides in a way, but the school stuff definitely helps, you know, being self-taught.
Yeah, like, because the thing is, like, for me, I've always just been thrown into situations where it's like perform, you know? Like, in school, like, middle school, I was in a gospel choir. And I would, like do gospel competitions and everything. And that's where I picked up, like, the black, you know what I'm saying? The soul. That's where I picked it up, you know? And then I kind of, like, put that into Latin music. And now it's just a mix of just everything. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like your main genres are like Latin, pop, R&B. Would you say that's right? Nice.
Yeah, emphasis on the pop, man, because I like to switch it up.
Yeah?
Like, you know? Yeah.
That's cool. Who do you say your favorite pop stars of all time?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who
Pop
else?
star. Yeah.
Anyone
Oh,
else?
Wow. Beyonce? Yeah. Who else? There's many. But I just love a good performer because I'm a performer at heart, you know? Yeah. There's levels, you know? You could write a beautiful song, but you got to get out there and perform it, embody it.
Yeah.
That's another art form, you know? So those two really take it home for me.
Nice. Did you ever see that video of, I think it's like Aretha Franklin? I forget if it's her, but she's like, let me know if you know who it was. But,
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I know
she's
what you're
like-
talking about. It was Aretha Franklin, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's like rating different artists of our time,
Uh-huh.
like singers, and she's like, "Oh, she has nice dresses. It's like, what do you think about her?" It's like, "Oh, she has nice hair." Like,
Yeah.
but nothing about their singing, because she's like, "I ain't got nothing to
Yeah.
say about that. Y'all ain't real singers like that."
Yeah, no. It's like singing isn't just singing a good note. It's
Yeah.
like it's a whole thing. Like it's a beautiful thing because like in your mind could be like you could be having the worst day. You could be so stressed out. You could be thinking the worst like craziness things. But when you're singing, it's so beautiful that nobody knows what you're experiencing. They only feel what you're feeling. And it's like all of a sudden you're all in this one feeling and like everybody's just enjoying it and feeling good because it's so soothing to the soul. It's soothing to hear what you're going through someone else, you know?
Yeah.
And like somebody that does that is very well is like Rihanna. Like she's like the opposite of an empath. Like when she's singing, like it's almost like telepathic or something. It's incredible. It's like when she does like those like very like rock star belts. It's like all of a sudden your whole body just feels like you just snorted or something. I don't know. Like the craziest drug. Like I don't know. It's great. I can't maybe edit that out, but like she just makes you like your whole body just tingles and it feels good and you're just in the presence of a rock star. Like you know.
It's funny too. I remember I had a studio session years ago with this one guy who was an engineer, and we were just talking. Something about singers came up. We ended up having a really deep conversation that made me change how I like have a new respect for singers, because someone was just saying like, "Oh, Lauryn Hill, like she's one of my favorite singers,
Right.
or she's like a great singer," and he was like, "What? Lauryn Hill is not a great singer." And he's like, "She can sing. She has awesome songs, this and that. But if you want to put her like best singers of all time." Right. And we kind of were just like, wait, like, what do you mean? Like, didn't exactly know what he means. Like he was gonna, I don't know. We didn't know where he was going with it. But he ended up being like, yo, here's some of the best singers of all time, and kind of schooling us. And he played some Mariah Carey.
Oh yeah.
He's like, she can hit some crazy notes that we're just like, look at this insane instrument. He played some Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Right. And he's like,
Whitney Houston.
he's like, don't compare Lauryn Hill to Whitney Houston in terms of singing, right? And he showed us some examples, and he's just like, you know, I saw the gap more. And it's not that, you know, anyone could be a singer as in using their voice and as an instrument.
Yeah.
But he was like, no, these people are like trained like an athlete type singer. You know, I forget who else he showed me. I think he showed us like, who's that one classical woman that does like man, forgetting her name. Liza Minnelli or something.
That's a comedian.
That's a frick. Lisa, whatever.
Yeah,
But he was showing us even people like in the more classical, like just crazy vocal range thing, and I was just like, oh, like that's something like an athlete needs to train at all times and have at a certain level, and it's just like, you know, I really saw the difference between that and something like a Lauryn Hill, who's a dope singer and writes awesome songs, but it's just like not at the same level, you know.
So the thing is with Lauryn is she has soul.
Exactly, the soul can be there.
Her soul carries her.
Yeah.
She could sing crying and still hit good notes because of her soul.
It's like even the Unplugged. She's crying
yeah.
through that, and it's an emotional experience.
Yeah.
But vocally, she's not like. If I'm gonna be real, like there's some flat notes, and it doesn't take away from the performance.
Yeah. You're right.
You know, but someone you wouldn't catch like Whitney Houston hitting some flat notes like that.
Yeah.
Even in that performance, I learned a lot from that one too, actually, which I love that album. But she's even just like, man, I had a hard night last night. Like my kids I forget exactly what she said. She's like, my kids had me up late. I got no sleep. I'm tired right now. My voice is shot, right?
Yeah.
She's like, but I'm still here doing it for y'all, right? And she's giving her best performance and the emotion comes through.
Yeah.
Even though her voice is shot, like, so she's not there vocally, like, at all for a lot of that album. But the emotion is still coming through because that's what she does.
Yeah.
Winehouse I put up there too.
Amy put up where?
And for like best vocalist.
I would not, though.
No?
What? I'm just saying, like, she'll pull up to a performance and her voice will be wrecked.
Yeah.
And she won't even care.
Because she had her things, but
Of course, but I'm saying even like Whitney Houston had her things, but she was still like a top-notch singer at all times. Like when she was going through it, you know? It's kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't put Amy on there, but she is on a dope level. She's another one where it's just like the character and the emotion and the story she's putting in the voice.
when you were describing like Rihanna's voice earlier too, I think of Amy Winehouse the same.
Yeah, well that's the thing. I was
Yeah.
Powerful.
Yeah. She's powerful, yes.
I was gonna say the same too though. Rihanna, I wouldn't put her up there either. Like she doesn't have an incredible voice. She's just an incredible artist and all of
Gotcha.
that.
There's like different things that you can take from each.
Yeah.
You know, because Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey had professionalism.
Yeah.
Amy Winehouse is a beautiful tone, but didn't have the professionalism.
Yeah.
You know, but it's still, she was still out here like emoting. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, you could take different things from everybody.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like a basketball player who's in the NBA. And you're seeing play a full season and they're holding it down and they're doing that work versus someone who's like at the basketball court at the park and can play fire. He got all the tricks. It's fun watching him play.
Yeah.
Both could be awesome basketball players.
Yeah.
But one is doing it at a level where they're just like, I can't, like the season's on and I'm go time. I can't party. I can't drink like that when you have a game the next day.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So yeah, there's some singers and it kind of made me think too of myself as a guitarist and artist too. I'm like, I kind of noticed the same, how some guitarists like are just technical beasts, you know, and there's not a day when they're not lacking and they could play anything, but they're not really artists in the same way I want to be. You know, like I'd rather have less technical chops and less like, I don't know, like do I want to sit in with like an orchestra? Do I want to sit in with like a TV band? I'm like, I could do those things, but I don't want to have to be like on point all those time doing those things because I do my stuff, you know? It's more about, I want people to hear me play, and it's kind of like you said about the singers, hear my tone, hear the story, hear the songs I'm doing. And I value that part more than being like, oh, he can play anything, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Got you. Yeah, it's for the art.
Yeah.
Not the skill.
Right, because you ever meet a singer who's like a wedding band singer, and they can sing anything, and they're incredible singers.
Yeah.
But they don't like write music, and they don't, you know, they can't really do things like in their own original way.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like the difference. I know there's nothing wrong with that either.
Mm-hmm.
But between that and like a Lauryn Hill or that and like, you know, anyone else who is a vocal artist, like just the difference is something that came out to me, and you know, I really noticed that.
You're right. It's very clear. It's a clear difference. No shade. But Lauryn Hill is my big sister, and yeah, I can't believe I don't know. She did that one album.
Yeah.
And was like, bye. I'm good. Yeah. She nailed it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Right. Even compared to someone like a Taylor Swift, like which I wouldn't say she's a great singer.
Yeah, I agree.
But top-notch songwriter.
Top-notch, yeah.
Right?
She
And
makes good
uses
music.
it.
You can't even say
Yeah.
it's bad. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So we're going to check out this original song by Bumbly. What's it called?
Finally Know Why.
Finally Know Why. It's not released while we're recording this, but it is coming out soon. Definitely check that out. So here's Finally Know Why. Dia Lupa vibes. Am I crazy, bro?
Yeah.
What's that for on the floor?
I never thought I'd do it. I think American Boy a lot.
It's like American Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Bumbly. I like the water at the end. Oh, I love that.
Nice.
I love water. This is from water. This is from the rivers of the Dominican Republic.
Nice.
It's called Larimar.
Ladi what?
Larimar.
Larimar.
It's a crystal.
Still going, right?
Yeah.
This crystal works.
Yeah.
Yes. I felt a squeeze in my heart. And it was like a beautiful squeeze. Like, I felt God. Like, the love of his whatever. I don't know. I felt, and I was like, do it again. I felt it twice with this crystal. I never felt it again, but I missed that feeling.
Nice. Was the water in the beat on that song already?
So the beat already had like water in it. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you the story of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. The song, right? Okay. Finally know why. So I was kind of like back and forth dating this guy on Instagram. And he would like DM me, and like 6 months later, we meet up, you know, we spend time, and then he kind of like started stringing me along after, and was like, I'm not looking for anything. And I was like, not okay with it, and I started obsessing. And then I ended up in the hospital. Someone noticed how I was acting and what I was saying, and they were like, oh, I think she's manic. And so I go and I spend like a whole month, so like half of my summer was in the hospital. And while I was in the hospital, I was in the cafeteria, and someone was eating, and they were like talking about their first dates with a girl, and they were like, oh, I take her ice skating so she could fall on me. And when he said that, I was like, oh my God, I'm writing a song about that. I'm writing a song. And he was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, you inspired me. I'm writing a song. And then I went to the computers because they let us have time with computers. And then I started just like writing down everything I wanted to talk about. You know, I didn't have like a format or anything. And then I was like, I really like Doja Cat's Say So song. You know, it's very like, because she talks about like kind of like the first, like having a crush on someone and stuff like that, you know?
How's that one go?
Say So, yeah. She's like, she's basically, it's not the same kind of concept.
What's the melody?
I forgot. It goes, day to night to morning, keeping me in the moment. I let you had known it. Why don't you say so? Right? So then I was like, oh, okay. Let's see what I could do. So I was like looking up beats that sound like Say So. Like literally, like unapologetically, because I was like, okay, I really want to like just fun. I want to see. And then I stumbled upon this beat, and it was just perfect. And then I started writing along to that beat, and then I put everything together. And then my friend next to me, in the computer room, whatever, she was like, oh yeah, I don't date guys from the Bronx. There's no love in the Bronx. And I was like, oh, I'm putting that in the song, girl. And then it was just so fun. And I started like putting it together. I started singing along to the beat. Finally made a little song. And then I started showing it to all of the patients. Like, yo, I made a song. And they really loved it. They're like, yo, you're going to make it. You're going to make it. Watch. And then I remember just, oh my God, the day I left the hospital, bro, like putting on my jewelry again and just, you know, just being a person. Like, I was like, whoa, like, I got to record this. So I hit up Cardi B's engineer. His name is LaRae. I hit him up and I was like, you need to record this. And so we recorded it. And then he mixed it. And yeah. And then I hit up the guy that the song is about. And I was like, hey, do you want to be in the video?
Yeah.
He was like, not with it. He just ignored me. And I was like, and then I found out he had a girlfriend the whole time or something. And I was like, oh, okay, you're crazy. And then I was like, all right. So then, and then later on, I find that he was like featured in some other like rapper's music video. And I was like, oh my God, like, bye. Like, yeah, no, we're not doing this. No. So I don't know if I'll ever do a music video to the song, but I think I will actually. I don't know. We'll see. Cause I have a friend. His name is All Hail Chris on Instagram, and he like does really good music videos for a lot of like up and coming R&B and rap artists. So
nice. If you had to imagine a music video like right now, if you had unlimited budget, everything, how would it be?
I think like it would be so funny because the thing with me is like my name is Bumbly, right? So, like, I want my songs to be very, like, comical. You know? Like, I sing about, like, like heartbreak, but in a funny way.
Mm.
So like definitely like an actor where like we're like arguing the whole time in a park, you know, or like me on my phone and kind of like texting the person, like DMing the person, you know. And also like a skating rink. I see a skating rink with like roller skates. I got roller skates already. I got some rose gold roller skates, and specifically for this. So I feel confident enough that I could like skate in a roller rink because I've done it before, and like I'm also like really crazy. Like I like to like ride bikes, like you in the street. So I think I could do it. I got the courage. So
cool.
yeah,
I could
something
see,
like
I could see some kind of like rom-com vibe.
yeah,
like,
a rom-com
going
vibe.
around
My
New York.
my style, like everything, I wanted it to be like rom-com.
Nice.
And then like as I age, you know, obviously like do more dramatic stuff. You know.
Okay. Do you have any favorite rom-com movies?
My favorite one. Damn, there's so many.
What's the first one that comes to mind?
Like the ultimate one that I'm like trying to emulate. Damn, they haven't made it yet. That's for me to act in.
Nice.
Yeah. But no, there's some good ones. Like Pretty Woman. That's a good one. Yeah.
Nice. I don't think I've seen that. I don't think I've seen it.
With Julia Roberts.
Oh.
That's a good one.
Nice.
Yeah. I like that one.
First one that came to mind for me was Something About Mary.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Oh.
That's a more funny one. That's like more calm than rom, maybe. I forget. But I just remember some silly shit goes down in that one.
Yeah. What else?
We can leave it there. We covered the
We can leave it there, yeah, because there's so many. There's like I really like
Harry Met Sally's good.
Harry Met Sally.
That's comedy.
Yeah,
It is Woody. Yeah.
What's
I've
the
never
name
seen
of
it,
that
though.
Christmas movie? What's the name of that Christmas movie that like it's like this, it's just a bunch of like love stories put together, and it's this guy at the end with the postcards. What's the name of that one? That's the one I really wanted to mention.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's a Christmas movie. I want to watch it again, actually. What's the name of that movie? Damn.
It's
Okay.
okay.
It'll when it comes back, it's gonna be like, yo, yeah.
What's up, y'all? You've been here with me and Bumbly. We heard her song "Finally Know Why." It is out now, or will be out very soon. But you can follow her on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
Bumbly.music.
.music. Me and you both got the dots. .music. Yes.
Why do you put the dot?
Well, TEEJ music without the dot was taken.
Oh.
And I've hit up that person who has the account that's like, it's like an inactive account. And I'm just like, yo, give me the name. I want to take the dot. I don't mind the dot, but yeah, that's why it has the dot though.
Okay. I like the dot. I like it. Because I look at names kind of like an entity.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's weird. I'm weird.
Yeah.
But so I put a dot because like I want to represent like the soul that we have. You know, that little light inside of us that you know, this is just a shell for that. So like I like the dot because it represents that. And also like Bumbly, I put music because we are music, period. Like we are music.
Yeah.
You know, so it's important to incorporate that. And then also like Bumbly was taken, like just Bumbly was taken, but it's okay. She's a motivational speaker, the other Bumbly, but she not Bumbly. Like I don't get it. Like I'm just like, yo, like I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind the dot. I mean, I do have the website teejmusic.com and it has without the dot. But I feel like if you put the dot in like a website title, it'll mess it up, right? If it was teej.music.com.
There's a way to do it, but
Yeah.
not entirely
It might
sure.
be have the dash instead. Some
People have websites that have a dot in the middle.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. I kind of was thinking recently, I'm like, do I want to keep the music part? Because I'm also doing other things. Doing a podcast now, also doing videos, also doing, you know, other productions, and I'm just like, should it be just music? That's fine.
But it's all about music, so.
Yeah, it all revolves around the music at the end of the day.
I like what you just said too. Like we are music.
Yeah.
Music is like a bigger thing than just like music. It's like that's the deeper thing of it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, Bumbly, thanks for featuring on this episode. Make sure you follow her, check out her music. We'll be performing together real soon. We got a new song that's called The Remedy that will be coming out very soon. You can find it on both of our pages. My website will have it. It'll be streaming everywhere. But thanks again for coming through. Tune in next time. Peace.